Welcome to the Community Report on PCM Cable TV2. Brian Hanner, this time around discussing the upcoming November election in Dover, with Dover City Schools presenting a bond issue with the opportunity to relocate and build a new Dover High School for the next generation of Dover students. And this community report is essentially a way to ask the experts some questions that have been raised by members of our community. We're pleased to have a panel of guests that we're calling experts this afternoon and this evening, and we'll begin, of course, with Matt Fox. Matt, welcome, and please tell us a bit about yourself and your life in Dover.
Well, thanks, Brian. I moved to Dover in 1974 and began work in this area. I really enjoyed the area and had made up my mind at that time that this was the area that I was planning on living in. Ended up starting my own company in 1988. And we are a sheet metal contracting company, commercial sheet metal contracting company, and we've now been actively involved in this area and have grown and into 3 states, where we work in 3 states.
You're an expert in this area because you have experience working with both new school projects and renovation projects. Tell us about the nature of your work.
We have been involved in approximately 25 renovation projects for OSSC and 10 or more brand new facilities. We've just completed a project up in Rittman for Cloverleaf schools, as well as one over in Louisville for the Louisville school system.
So with that knowledge and expertise, if you will, I would tell you that what I hear in the community is a lot of questioning about the proposed $30 million plus price tag to renovate a building. In fact, people have said, you know, they can't believe that kind of money would be sunk into a building like the one that we have that presently serves Dover High School. It's a large number for us to put our arms around. Can you help us better understand that cost and assure us that those costs are indeed realistic?
I can tell you from experience that most of the renovation projects we run into, typically, whether they may not be over budget at the time of bidding, will end up considerably higher before the project's done due to a lot of factors. Phasing becomes a huge issue. Remobilization of all the contractors to different areas of the facility that they're working on, which includes relocation of the students and faculty as well. In addition, the timing that's allotted for each phase is usually a problem, and there's a lot of unforeseen conditions. Unforeseen conditions is a big part. The engineers and architects can't possibly spell out on the drawings all of the things that we're going to come across in the field, and those end up slowing the project down and costing more money over the time.
Unforeseen conditions then are probably more of a symptom of a renovation project.
Absolutely, absolutely. You very seldom will see it. You won't have that issue in a new facility at all. You don't know what's behind walls. Walls are 18 inches thick, and you don't know what's in them, because most of the facilities don't have drawings that would record actual construction at the time.
You know, I've talked to a number of people in the New Philadelphia district that had a fire in the 1990s, and they had an opportunity to relocate their district high school to another site or renovate. They decided to renovate, and 20 years later, some of the feedback I'm getting is we should have really rethought that.
Yeah, we were actually involved in that project, in that renovation project, and it was a very difficult project to do. There were a lot of existing conditions and just issues that came up that I'm sure were really a problem for the students and faculty as well.
Matt, can you talk a little bit about what phasing entails when you're working with a renovation program versus new construction? You guys can go right at it. Renovation means a different timeline.
Well, there is still coordination in new construction. You know, certain trades have to be in before other trades. You know, our trade we're the sheet metal contractor. You know, our work and duct work and things that we put in are large, and so they typically need to go in ahead of most things. In a renovation project, it's really difficult because you really don't know what you're going to be into until you're on the site and you can physically do your on-site engineering at that time to lay out your ductwork and things like that.
Matt, any other expertise you want to share with us?
We've been involved in, like I said, numerous amounts of these projects and been fortunate to work on a lot of them in this area. Building new, in my opinion, is the way to go. I believe for whoever gets the project, whatever contractors are brought in to do the project, it's going to, the customer, which is Dover City Schools, and the students are going to have a lot, I feel that they'll have a lot better learning facility if we can swing it to build a new building.
And we'll be back with more after this time out. You're watching the Community Forum on PCM Cable TV 2.